In simpler terms, the PS5 Pro will give you the frame rates of performance mode combined with even more enhanced visuals from fidelity mode, essentially merging the best of both. This means no more choosing between two options, just getting top-notch graphics and performance. This is made possible by what Sony calls the Big Three: a much larger GPU allowing up to 45% faster rendering, advanced ray tracing, and PSSR, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, which significantly boosts details, resolution, and frame rates. Cool name, by the way.
With graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but it doubled the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second.
A bunch of games will be getting free updates for the PS5 Pro, including Marvel Spider-Man 2, Horizon Forbidden West, The Last of Us Part 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and more. Plus, that sleek PS5 Pro design with the 3 black strips looks incredibly clean. I love it. All of that sounds great, from combining both graphics modes to the sleek design, but then comes the big question. Is it worth it? Well, yes and no. It depends. If you're someone who wants to maximize performance, get all the finest details, pixels, and graphical improvements, and you can afford it, then yes, it's worth it. However, keep in mind that you will also need a TV or monitor capable of handling the PS5 Pro to get the best out of it. Plus, the PS5 Pro doesn't come with a disc drive or stand, which are sold separately, pushing the cost closer to $800. So if you're really into graphics and frame rate improvements and can afford the extra cost, then it's worth it for you.
Time for your medicine.
Now here's the other side of the argument, where no, it's not worth it. If you're someone who enjoys gaming casually or even semi-seriously like the majority of gamers and don't care too much about ultra-specific details in games, then you might think it's not worth it. Personally, I don't think we need a PS5 Pro yet. We haven't even seen many games fully utilizing the PS5's potential, and we're just starting to see games developed on Unreal Engine 5. The PS5 is still a powerful console with a lot to offer.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Something to note: if you buy all your games digitally, upgrading to the PS5 Pro won't be a big issue, especially if you trade in your PS5 or have the extra cash. But if you have physical copies, you won't be able to play them on the PS5 Pro unless you also buy the separate disc drive. Again, that's only if you're willing to spend more. In the end, the PS5 Pro isn't for everyone, and it really comes down to money and whether you think the upgrade is worth the price for what you're getting. There are two sides to consider, so now I'll leave it to you. Do you think the PS5 Pro is worth it? Let me know in the comments.
PlayStation